Hello YouTube, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another Blizzard Daily upload. This is Starcraft 2 professional play from Life and Innovation. This is game 4 between the players on Inferno Pools. This is the 2015 IEM Masters Championship held in Katowice, which I may be butchering that name. I do not know how to say it, but I assume that's how it's pronounced. And here we are on Inferno Pools, which is a very large map. I think it's the largest map we've seen so far this series. Again, scouting is difficult, getting reinforcements across the map is difficult. A little bit easier for Zerglings because they're fast, and Mutalisks because they're fast, but Terran can have a hard time keeping up the flow of pressure onto the Zerg's front door, which is definitely what he wants to do. So, while we have a break here, I just want to invite you to like my Facebook page on facebook.com/FalconPaladin. Follow me on Twitter. Twitter.com/FalconPaladin, which again makes a lot of sense if you know what's going on. You can subscribe to my videos. I do daily Blizzard uploads. I do Hearthstone, World of Warcraft, but mostly Starcraft 2 professional play, with an occasional ladder match of my own mixed in just to kind of keep things interesting. Those gold level matches, you can see stuff you've never seen before in the professional ranks, I guarantee. So again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, tell your friends. And if you want to catch good StarCraft 2 professional play and good commentary with 1080p recording, Falcon Paladin is the place to be. So this is game 4 between these two players, Zerg versus Terran. In the last game, I really just think it came down to the 3-3 upgrades for the Terran player. A couple good Widowmine hits were enough to destroy and greatly weaken the Mutalisk flock for life and not let him get up the army that he wanted to there. So we follow this Zergling down as we do see the 15 hatch and probably a 15 pool going down, maybe even a 16 pool for life, again because this is such a large map. He feels comfortable against the Reaper harass, which has to come such a long way to punch him in the face. And an extractor goes down even before the hatchery. We're getting the gas. So this is a very greedy economic build from life. Maybe he figures I need this advantage to win this game and force a game 5. Life finally puts down the spawning pool at around 16 supply after the extractor after the hatchery. So he is counting on not too much pressure at all from the Terran player for a while, although a Reaper is being built. And the Reaper, again, doesn't know exactly where the Zerg player is. He is rallied all the way down here to the left side, which is not where the Zerg player has set up his base. So that's going to delay the Reaper harass by quite a bit. We do have the Orbital Command generating SCVs. Reaper's coming down, and the SCV looks like he's ready to build a command center on the low ground for his second base. We'll see what he does at 400 minerals. Yep, there goes the command center. Again, feeling very safe on this huge map. No Zerglings, especially slow Zerglings, can get up here in time to harass him. So he's just going to build it on the low ground. Same it takes to float it from the high ground to the low ground if he built it up here in the main. So the expansion is already finished for life. He's going to try to saturate that as quickly as possible. Is making a queen. And the Reapers, where are the Reapers? Maybe just playing defense, the Reaper today. He doesn't know where the Zerg player is. Maybe he doesn't want to run out and have Zerglings come in his back door to take down his SCVs. So I guess that's more of the front door. Yeah, we'll call it the front door. Either way, the Reaper hanging out on top of the ramp, ready for anything that comes his way. He'd rather be out there chasing down drones, but he knows this job is also important. I assume we're just droning up for life. Yep, 24 drones to 20 at this stage in the game for the Zerg player. Getting speed, getting queens, getting drones, getting a couple Zerglings. Just for scouting purposes, I imagine. He doesn't want to be caught by surprise by much of anything. The Reaper heading on back. He might have been doing some harassment while I wasn't paying attention. That's embarrassing, but we're going to follow him for a bit anyway. He does have one kill, which I'm going to guess was a Zergling. I don't know. We could rewind, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Life is at 36 supply of 36 available supply, so he is supply blocked for the time being. Is making 2 overlords, but that'll slow him down a little bit. Innovation at 30 of 38, so doing a good job keeping up on those supply depots, which can make such a big difference in the late game if you just keep up on your supply through the early and mid game. We are starting to wall off now. Supply depot going down at the natural ramp for innovation. Hellion popping on out. The third base is going down for the Zerg player, so he wants to be on that 3 base to 2 base compared to the Terran. Innovation already has his expansion up. He's starting to saturate it. He is dropping the mules at this base to get that extra income from the minerals, which is oh so important for the Terran. And we're just kind of settling in here. Scouting Zergling, Speed Zergling, heading on up the ramp, just in time to get fried by these Hellions. Goodbye, Zergling. A small group of 2 Reapers and 2 Hellions coming down through the middle. Do take out a Scouting Zergling. They know what's coming. Report it back to the hive mind. See the hatchery, recognize that third's going down, and is going to try to come into the natural here and see what damage he can do. Innovation, not quite, a little uncertain, I think. There are 3 queens at the ramp, though. It's enough to repel this. Yep, repel these invaders. They don't want to deal with that, especially with supporting speedlings and a 4th queen joining. Creep tumors being spawned. I assume we'll see some more creep tumors at the edge of the creep. Yep, there they go. It's going to be hard for Life to spread the creep all the way up here to the innovation base as he did in Game 2. But I think he might try to do it anyway. The queens slowly marching 0.94 speed off creep somewhere. Probably defending this third. Recognizing there is a spine crawler here at the natural. Man, he is leaving that natural entirely undefended. And these slow queens aren't going to do much to defend anything that comes their way. So I'm not sure what that's all about. We do have a Zergling preventing the command center from being landed there, forcing the Hellions to come over and take it down before we can get that base going. So 3rd base down for innovation, ready to go. 3rd base down for Life as well, but it is equal base. We're going to want to see Life take that 4th base pretty soon. Creep tumors heading on up. I guess this is a shorter distance from here up to the top left here, so maybe he wants to start his creep spread from the 3rd base rather from the natural, although he is doing it from there as well. Just the more creep tumors you have at the edge of the creep, the faster it expands. So Life's doing a great job with multiple queens, laying multiple creep tumors, expanding multiple times, just exponentially growing the amount of creep tumors you can have. And he's going to try to cover the entire map with creep at this rate, which would be very impressive to see and just help him force that game 5 that he so desperately needs to do. Again, the Hellions haven't really done any damage to the economy of Life to speak of. Income is 70 harvesters to 50 for the Zerg. Just such an economic advantage that's going to be super useful. Scouting Reaper comes in, gets a kill, maybe a drone, maybe not, I don't know. I'm just trying to see what's going on. Recognize the creep spread is getting pretty big. Hangs out in this corner, lets the combat drugs soothe him back to full health. Very nice and easy. Marines are out with no upgrades. We do have combat shield going down. Infantry weapons level 1 and armored level 1 as well. The Spires going down for the Zerg player along with centrifugal hooks for the Banelings and +1/+1 for those ground units as well as Pneumatopide's Carapace. So the Zerg player wants his Overlords to be fast. I don't know why. I guess for scouting it's pretty handy. I have not seen Life do any drops with that yet, which can be pretty good. But he just wants his Overlords to be quick, so that's what he's doing. 4th base is about halfway done for the Zerg player. Overseer hatches over here. And a small Zergling counterattack is going to try to get into the natural. It is able to do so before the supply depot can lift. Going to try to take down this bunker before anybody can show up. No, the Zerglings roast everybody. The Zerglings are trying to just pick off individual units as they can, but they don't get any worker kills at all. And they don't do too well in really slowing down the army, unfortunately. We have a Marine push right up the middle. 1-1 with combat shield is a really good combination. 11 minutes into the game for innovation. Medivacs hurry them away. Creep spread is doing pretty good, though, I'll have to admit. Pushing up away from those Medivacs, worried about a drop. Checking this gold base. There is no Zerg here, which is something innovation must be excited about. But we did have a Zergling counterattack here at the 3rd base, killing 10 workers. So well done by Life. The Marines looking for revenge, push up here onto the creep. A couple of them die to the Zerglings before they can be evacuated, Starship Troopers style. Zerglings kind of poking around, seeing what they can see at the front base of innovation. Widowmines burying at the ramp at the 3rd, hopefully trying to prevent another embarrassing Zergling counterattack. A drop is being loaded up here at the natural of the Terran base. Creep is coming up along this left middle lane. 4 creep tumors at that spot. We have 3 creep tumors here along the bottom side, and that's about it. So 8 creep tumors doing a great job spreading that creep. Mutalisks with 0/0s flying around trying to see individual guys they can kill. They don't want to deal with this Terran army of Hellbats and Marines, so they're just going to kind of fly around, do some scouting to see what they can do. It is 166 to 153 supply for life. The Marines move on up, kill the queen, try to take down these creep tumors. A scan, I assume, will do a lot of that. Yep, scanned out the creep tumors, prevent this from spreading too far. Another creep tumor goes down. Widowmine's in the mix. Marines are at 1-1. Hellbats are at 0-0. Just kind of moves out again. Wanted to slow down that creep push. That was the entire intent of that move, I assume. Ground Carapace level 2 complete for the Zerg. So do we have 2-2 Zerglings at this point? We do. 2-2 Zerglings and Banelings. Widowmine could be very dangerous here, but life leaves before it can activate. Mutalisk flock getting pretty big. Yeah, that is a fairly large flock for this point in the game. He's going to try to do some harassment and even just some straight up damage with all of these Zerglings. I assume some will morph into Banelings. Flyer attacks 1 is complete. Mutalisks are much more effective at this point. They're going to try to catch this Marine Marauder Widowmine army off balance. Don't quite manage to do it. Banelings roll in, hit a Marauder, waste themselves on that big beefy guy. Banelings take down the Widowmines. There is one left though, gets taken out. Another one at the back, tries to activate on more Widowmines coming into the back, and just doing a lot of damage to the Zerg army and forces him back. So the Widowmines showed up at just the right time. It is enough to force off the Zerglings, the Banelings, and the Mutalisks. Sweeping up along the left side, they do see this partial wall, which is enough to prevent a sweep around from the left by those Zerglings. Very smart placement. A drop pushes up the center of the map here, past the Xel'Naga Watchtower, past the Widowmine. I assume the target here is the 4th base for life. It's going to move across the creep, get spotted almost immediately. I assume we'll see the Zerg response. And it is enough. A couple Mutalisks flying over. The boost comes out, getting hit by that Spore Crawler. The Medivac is almost dead. Widowmine does get a hit off, killing several Zerglings and doing some damage to the Mutalisks, but not much damage really happens on that drop. It was mostly just an attempt for innovation to see what damage he could do, but I think the placement of the Spore Crawler was good. I think the fact the creep was out here as far as it was good for life. He was able to see it and get rid of it before it did too much damage. An attack up the middle here from Innovation. Banelings rolling in, taking out several Marines who do not run away at all. And the Widowmines being taken down by some Zerglings, but they are able to escape as well. Marines are now at 2-2. Marauders also at 2-2. Upgrade for 3-3 on its way, and in the past when Innovation has gotten his 3-3, it's been difficult for life to win. Changeling gets taken down, that's what that incredibly creepy sound was. Overseer being morphed on in. Small group, gonna take this Xel'Naga Watchtower, just gonna kind of keep an eye on things. Meet up with the main army, and then I assume they're gonna make an assault on the 4th base here. 5th base going down for life, and no such thing... for the Terran player. 8 drones died somewhere. I'm going to admit I don't know how that happened or where it was, but big deal for Innovation. Life responds quickly with Zerglings and Banelings up along this lane, which Innovation is trying to use to attack. The 3-3 is about halfway down. Zerg Flyer attack 1, melee attack level 3, and Carapace level 3 going down for life. So he wants to match these upgrades as well as he can. Zerglings attacking this lone Marine left to guard the Watchtower. Poor guy. Zergling takes his place and gives the vision to the Zerg player. Life swoops around the left side with a huge Mutalisk flock with 2 attack on the Flyer upgrades. They are spotted immediately. This group of Marines stims and tries to head out, take down this expansion from Innovation. Mutalisks are able to kill about 6 workers and a couple Marauders before they're chased away. I'm going to guess they're going to head up into the main of the Terran player, and they do. Again, 6 workers died in that attack. Mutalisks immediately take down the missile turret, and 8, 9, 10 SCVs are dying everywhere in the main. It's just too many Mutalisks to be taken down by a single missile turret. Widowmines burrow in response. A missile turret, 2 missile turrets go up in response, but 15 workers are dead. The flock comes in to take down another missile turret, able to get this one down even quicker than the last. 17, 18, 19, 20 workers dead. And this counterattack by the Mutalisks has been very effective. They haven't been caught off guard by any Widowmine hits. As such, most of them have full health. The ones that are hurt are regenerating fairly quickly, as you notice there. 34, 35, 36. And that was an effective attack. A small drop over here is ignored by Innovation. It gets dropped and taken out immediately by these Zerglings. A Marine trapped in a corner being healed at 3-3 is pretty scary, though. Oh, just kidding. Was only at 2-3 and now at 3-3. Medevac's hanging out alone. No big deal. Gold base has been taken by Life, so he has that income advantage. And another base going down for Life. So again, a huge macro game going on. The Terran army is making a push up the middle. Couple Baneling hits. The Widow Mines being destroyed. We're going to zoom out a little bit here. See what we can see. Huge Baneling attack coming. The splits are pretty good for for innovation. Zerglings are doing a good job. They clean up everybody. Where's the Overseer, though? Those Widow Mines are still there. They should have been cleaned up. I do not see one. There's a Widow Mine at the back. Cleaned up. And the Medevac is destroyed as well. Small drop, no big deal. The gold is under attack, though, by this Marine Marauder ball. Pushing on in. I think they're going to stim and focus down the workers. The response comes from the Zerglings and the Banelings, though. But it's a kind of a bad angle for Life. I'm not sure if he can handle this. Baneling hits are pretty good. Split is very good for innovation. And it's not enough for the Banelings to do. They decide to back out and wait for more Zergling reinforcements. The Zerglings are 3-3, which makes them a little less squishy. They explode on everything. Medevacs retreat. Several Medevacs, though. This is quite a large group. Widow Mines burrow to deal with this. Widow Mines are able to destroy a huge group of Zerglings. Getting 15 kills on that Widow Mine. 15 kills on that Widow Mine. Just doing a great job against these 3-3 Zerglings and 3-3 Banelings. However, the Mutalisks are attacking, the Zerglings are attacking, trying to get a surround, some friendly Widow Mine fire, probably doing more damage than anything else. Banelings rolling on into the mineral line, trying to chase down these SCVs, do get 4 hits. Oh, 8 hits, as some SCVs actually turn around for some reason. Bunker goes down. Response is Medevacs and a few units from Terran, but not enough to prevent this base from getting almost totally wiped out. An Ultralisk with 5-3 coming on in as well, leading the charge. 2 total Ultralisks, taking down a sensor tower, taking down supply depots. Innovation now only able to make 183 supplies. Some Manor hatcheries going down for Life. He feels very confident that he's going to win this match, especially having taken down that expansion. Ultralisks coming up the front. There are not enough Marauders to deal with this. Even 3-3 Marines aren't enough to get through that 5 armor very quickly for the Ultralisk. You'll see him come in and just do sweeping damage. 8 kills. 9 kills for that Ultralisk. And Innovation calls the GG. Life does force a deciding Game 5 in this series after 24 minutes. And we see, again, just the power of macro that Zerg has. If they're able to be left alone, get a lot of drones up, get that expanded creep out, it can be difficult for Terran to make any encroachment up into the bases of the Zerg player and slow him down. So Life just powered back on all of those drones. How many did he have at the end? 70 drones, which is an optimal number you want to have. He had bases all over the map. Innovation was trying to do the same thing, but in the end, the Mutalisk flock with the flyer attack upgrade, the 3-3 Zerglings and Banelings, and those Ultralisks at the end were just too much for Innovation to handle. He wasn't able to finish the Zerg off in time with those mid-game timing pushes, and Life, again, it takes Game 4. So this has been Falcon Paladin giving you another daily Blizzard upload. Starcraft 2 being shown between 2 of the best professional players on Earth from the most recent professional gaming tournament on the planet. This has been the IEM Masters Championship at Katowice 2015. So this has been Falcon Paladin. Until next time, you take care of yourself.